Hi, and welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast. My name's Chris, and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another podcast. Now, obviously, we're still going through this transition of change from the old, and we're looking to bring in some new podcast hosts. So it's a real shame, obviously, but change is one of those things that happens in many different industries, and I'm looking for this to be a really positive change for the podcast. And yeah, I'm really excited about some of the stuff that is going to be coming to the Cheeky Crypto Community podcast. So if you want to support me in my efforts to bring new people in and keep this podcast running, then mash up the like button. It really does support the channel and the algorithm as well. And yeah, subscribe, give us a follow, and make sure that you get all those notifications by hitting the notification bell. Obviously, this is different depending on where you're listening or watching. So let's get down to the desktop, and through this transition of change, I am going to keep everybody up to date with the latest and most important news in the crypto space. So let's get down to the desktop and let's have a look at what I've got in store for us today. And one thing is rather alarming. You guys can let me know your thoughts and opinions on it in the comments below. So the first and probably one of the most relevant ones is Apple tightening the rules on crypto and NFT in its app store. And this is an interesting one because I read different articles on this, one sort of labeling it up like this is really good for crypto because you're going to be able to use the app store for crypto apps, and you already can do that, right? They're just changing the rules. Now, basically, the main takeaway from this change that Apple are making is that you have to use their payment mechanism within the app store. What does this really actually mean when you break it down? Well, it means that Apple are going to get 30% of the revenue generated. So let's be honest, right? Is this a good thing? Yes, it probably is a good thing that, apps within crypto are on the app. Completely think that is huge for crypto and is definitely needed because it's one of those ways to get in front of, multiple people and bring in the adoption that's required. However, that price that is being eaten into at 30% is going to be passed on to customers. So good and bad in my opinion, but let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below on Apple tightening their rules. Now, the next thing that I wanted to cover, and is not really one for perhaps retail eyes and ears, but basically Coinbase launches a USDC institutional reward program with MakerDAO. So I do think that this is big and we should take notice of this because we are seeing lots of institutional players getting involved in crypto. So this is definitely going to bring big money into the space. And again, I think this is very positive in many different ways depending on how you look at it. It's going to bring more liquidity to the likes of MakerDAO, meaning that in my opinion it's going to be a safer platform for users. And I think that's really important. And again, all of this stuff for me is really positive for the adoption of cryptocurrency. Now, it wouldn't be British of me, I guess, to not cover the fact that we've got a new prime minister. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the whole politics aspect of everything in the UK over the past few months has been nothing more than a blimmin' comedy show, really. A comedy sketch is probably the best way. It's been rather embarrassing being British and based in the UK and seeing all of this stuff play out. I think that I could have probably done a much better job. Personally, I think, there's probably a lot of people that are in the comments of a lot of our YouTube videos that could probably have done a better job. But, without taking the piss anymore, we've got a prime minister now that is heavily pro cryptocurrency. Now, is he is it cryptocurrency as in like how you and I would look at cryptocurrency? Possibly, yes. And it's probably more actually the technology aspect of things and the companies that I think that he wants to bring into the UK, make, I guess they talk about this quite a lot, making the UK the hub crypto area in the world where, companies can come and, they can feel safe and, all that sort of stuff. And I think that this is something that we're likely to see. UK is probably it's probably the financial hub of the world, let's be honest. And blockchain technology and remittance and stuff like that is the next iteration of that. So look, I think it's great from a few different angles, but he's pro digital central bank digital currency, and that is something that is a little bit scary, utilizing blockchain technology but isn't really crypto. So I take what is being shared as with a pinch of salt, really, and I'm more about actions than words. In my opinion, there's a lot to really see come to fruition. So MP 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏 on Bitcoin and UK becoming an international crypto hub kind of mentioned that is what is being bandied around on news articles and social media, but at the moment talk is cheap, and I need to level, right? My experience with politicians, MPs, and anybody really involved in anything at government level in the UK, my personal experience has been nothing short of just really understanding how corrupt these individuals are. So yeah, there's probably lots of money seen as being taken under the table when it comes to blockchain technology. So I'm not surprised to see this stuff being bandied about. Now, I'm not suggesting that they're all corrupt, but my experience is that they are. Everybody that I've had experiences with within the UK government has been. And one thing that was really alarming that I saw, and I mentioned this on the stream earlier, the Twitch stream that was. So do follow us on Twitch if you're not already following us there. It's a morning catch up with Nick and myself. Is this post here that we had from the World Economic Forum, and that is, we always get our man in the end. That's a little bit scary if you understand what it is that they're all about. So look, I think that a lot of these politicians, maybe not this one, but I do believe that most, if not all, and that's my opinion, not necessarily fact, they are puppets. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of that in the comments below. I think those are really big updates in the crypto space, bordering on huge, but I do think that they have the potential to change the landscape of blockchain technology and crypto in the coming weeks and months. So look, we're in a bear market. We have to be very, very cautious where we invest our money. Make sure that you don't just listen to any influencer. If you are listening to influencers, make sure that you back it up with your own research. There's no substitute for it. Don't get caught out by influencers shilling shitcoins for money and not telling you. You've got to go away and do that research. Furthermore, we have a Patreon membership section. Do check that out. It is worth its weight in gold, in my opinion, and we do it at like the lowest price possible. There's over 210 project reviews where I've personally rated the projects. It's a great starting point when you come to do research, in my opinion. We have a team of technical analysts that will do TA on request for our top tier memberships. And there's just so much more going on. So definitely worth checking it out. And if that's not your cup of tea, jump into the Discord. That is absolutely free to do. There's over 4,500 people in there supporting one another, navigate the space safely, learn from other people's mistakes so you don't have to lose money like they did. And I think it's definitely a valuable place to be and makes us stronger as individuals with a strong community behind us. And I really do rate our community. I do think it's the strongest and the most passionate and the most level-headed and open-minded in the space. So definitely check it out. Right, If you enjoyed today's video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Give us a follow on Twitch, give us a follow on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcast, Amazon Music even, Google Podcasts, Deezer, all of these platforms. You will find us there, and there is some really exciting stuff to come. I'm so excited about the changes that are being made, and you don't want to miss it, trust me. Right, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.